टॉकिंग से बन जाओ स्टार, होंगे सब खुशियाँ हजार।
Okay, so Shagota, now tell me okay, you said you don't know anything about me, right? I'm sorry for the for the interruption because I almost forgot that I had to record the session. Okay, so before joining this platform, I was working with IT and I started off my career with Infosys. And my name, of course, you know, it's flashing on the screen. It's Runa. I started off my career with Infosys. I worked there for British Telecom for almost 3 years. And then I joined TCS, where I worked for Morgan Stanley. And the last company, I mean, previous to this one, I was working with Cognizant and I was hired for Salesforce. Okay. So after working in all the multinational companies, what I realized is I am not fit to become a corporate slave. So it's a very good decision that you want to go for government job and not stick around as a corporate employee. Okay, but one thing I realized that you need to have very good communication skill. Whatever you do, you must have very good communication skill. So, therefore, I realized that is my strong point. And during the lockdown, I started off with this platform. And I have been teaching here since 2021. Okay, now coming back to you, Shagota. While you were talking to me, you are well prepared with your interview, because you just introduced yourself in such a nice way. But one thing, when you are giving your self-introduction to a professional person, I mean a person who's sitting in front of you for a professional interview, skip talking about your family unless asked for. Unless and until they ask for your family background, do not speak about your family. Okay?
Okay, madam.
Right. For me, it is fine. If you tell me that my father was this and my mother was this, that's fine for me, but not for a professional interview. Now, I understood your level of English, but the thing is that I feel that somewhere, these type of questions have been asked to you many times. Many times people had asked you these questions. So you are quite ready with the answer. Now what I will do is I am going to talk to you a little bit. For the next 5 minutes, I am going to talk to you a little bit and I'm going to try and get to know you better. So tell me, Shagota, why did you choose electrical engineering? You did electrical engineering, right?
Yes, madam, yes.
Why did you choose electrical engineering?
Madam, electricity is the main... Electricity is the essential thing in our life, from generation, then transmission, then distribution. And the engineers play a very vital role in our life. So I love this subject also very much. That's why I chose electrical engineering.
You really like electrical?
Yes, madam, yes.
Because now we don't believe if somebody says that I like mechanical and electrical.
Yes, it's true. But for me, I really love electrical engineering.
Right. Okay. So, the profile that you had chosen is very hectic, isn't it? Even my father-in-law was an electrical engineer and he used to stay away from his house somewhere in the jungle and he used to deal in powerhouses. So it was a very hectic life for him. So as a lady, don't you think that it is going to hamper your personal life?
No, it will hamper. I have some idea. It will very challenging job.
It is. That's what I'm saying, that it's quite a challenging job for a lady, at least, in the middle of the night, if there is some failure, they just call you and they ask you to go and visit the site. So it's quite challenging for a lady at times. Okay. And what about your hobbies? What do you like to do in your free time?
Madam, my hobby is recitation of Bengali poems.
You like reciting poems. Do you really do it professionally? Yes. I mean, do you like reciting?
Yes, madam.
Oh, that's good.
I like it.
You are just like, I used to do elocution a lot, but not in Bengali. I used to do Bengali and English, both. Okay. So, now, Shagota, what I realized after talking to you, English is not an issue for you. What I need to work upon is your confidence level and specifically on the type of interview questions that you might face. make you aware
Okay.
of, in any central government position, they expect you must have seen the IAS interviews on YouTube, etc., that how they ask questions. They can ask you from anywhere, right?
Okay.
So you must be
Yes.
aware about what's going on around you. That is more important. So we need to design a curriculum where you would be looking into what specifically you need to work upon, like say geopolitics, sports, everything. And you must know
Okay.
how to present a topic, how to tactfully answer a question. Right now, you're very casual in your approach. When you are talking to me, you're just like I'm talking to a friend. But when you talk in an interview, that's very different. Okay. So you need to
Yes.
sound very professional. That is what I'm going to work upon. So that absolutely
madam.
there is no chance that they reject you, at least on the basis of your communication skill. So now I'll explain to you roughly what our curriculum would be and how this entire platform actually works. So on this platform, the class duration is officially 20 minutes. Now, why am I saying it's officially 20 minutes? Because if you get logged out during that time period, you can always log back in. However, if you get logged out after 20 minutes, you cannot log in through the app. But if you are smart enough, like me, then you can log in back through Google Meet, because it's on Meet now. Okay. So, but the minimum duration will always be 20 minutes. Maximum is going to be 30 minutes. We cannot extend a class beyond 30 minutes. Okay. Because every 30 minutes we have class. So, within these 20-30 minutes, what shall we do? We are going to take up at least 3 to 4 speaking exercises. First one is going to be a free speech exercise. What's a free speech exercise? So in this, I'm actually going to give you a topic. As I told you, geopolitics, sports, movies, anything, even politics, Indian history, anything. So what you need to do is you need to get sufficient information about the topic, and once you get it, then next day when you come to class, you need to speak about that topic for at least 3 to 5 minutes. Explain about the topic. Okay?
Okay, madam.
Once you are done, I'm going to ask you questions related to it. Okay? It is like preparing you in advance for the government exams. Okay, having some general knowledge, having in-depth knowledge about a particular topic, like that. Then second exercise that we will be working upon is vocabulary. You need to have some very high quality professional vocabulary. By high quality vocabulary, I don't mean literature. Okay, I'm not going to ask you to say brunette instead of brown. No, brown is good enough, but there is a way to say it. Okay, mostly I'll teach you how to use phrasal verbs to express your thoughts and feelings. Like, I completed my work, I finished my work, or let me finish my work, let me do away with my work.
Okay.
Where, it actually happened with one of our students, means before he joined, he said that the interviewer asked him, where do you put up? And he didn't understand what he was trying to say. Because the interviewers have very good high grade English. If you don't understand their question, then again that's a very big drawback for you. Right? So where do you put up? Where do you put up simply means where do you live? He couldn't understand. So we need to brush up all these things. We had studied this in school, but now we are going to brush up on this. Now the first free speech exercise, why are we doing it? We are doing it to brush up your presentation skill. Okay? Presentation skill as in how you present a topic, how convincingly you present a topic, how do you address the queries. Everything we are going to learn from the first exercise. Second exercise, vocabulary. I'm going to train you to speak very professionally. Third exercise is going to be a debate. Now, do you know what's a debate?
Yes, madam, I have some idea, but I am not.
Okay, debate is basically argument, but over here it's not about arguing, but we need to convince each other that our point of view is correct. Sometimes the interviewers try to confuse you. They try to test your confidence level. They trap you in words and make you fall for their words. And from within that you are right, but you just say yes because they show you such logic.
Yes, madam.
You must have seen in many interviews, if you follow the IAS interviews, you must have seen that this happens very often. So what we need to understand here is how to stay on our answers. We are not going to give in to their answers, and we will not give in to their logic. Instead, we will try and always think critically and convince them. So debate is very essential for improving your critical thinking skill and your convincing power, right?
Okay.
Topic is given on the spot, mind it. I will not give a debate topic a day before and you'll go home and practice and come. No, it will be given on the spot and you have to deal with it, because interviewers also give you questions on the spot. You don't get time to prepare for it, right? Fourth exercise, if we get time, we will be working on the common interview questions that they ask. Okay, so we'll have a regular practice of it. Now, this is a rough curriculum. It's not mandatory that I'm going to go by the book and I'll be following each and every one of these exercises in all the classes. Of course, that's going to build a monotony. So we are going to practice something different as a break. So we will do this in the class, and everything is flexible. The reason being, we try to customize the thing according to the student's need, right? So this is all about the app. Again, booking and cancellation of classes, I missed upon that. If you wish, the day you wish to take the class, you need to book the class at least, say, if you want to take it in the afternoon or any time, but just try to book it in the morning itself, okay? In case you feel that you won't be able to take the class, you had booked the class but you won't be able to make it, so in that case you need to cancel the class at least 1 hour before the class timing.
Okay, madam.
Okay, so the class will be cancelled and you can take that class later on. But if the teacher comes to class, you didn't cancel the class, you didn't phone the customer care, you didn't tell them that you don't want to do the class, you just thought that, oh, let it be. So ma'am will come in the class and take the money, and your money is gone because that class will not be reverted. Okay. So, second thing that you need to remember, you can always change your teacher. It's not that you started off with me and you have to end all the classes with me. If you feel that I want to try out some other teacher, of course, you are more than welcome. But in that case, what's going to happen? She will again, create a curriculum of her own and start teaching you. So, she'll start from ground zero, literally. He or she, whoever it is. So changing the teacher would also mean that the methodologies of teaching and the curriculum would also subject to change. All right. Now, you tell me if you have any questions for me.
Madam, I have only one question. How many days it will take?
How many days it will take? You just need to feel confident about yourself. Of course, it won't take you an eternity. So definitely you can go for a month and go for another month. I'm not sure when you're going to appear for the exam, but definitely before your exam, you will need some classes again. Okay, for the interview or just to prepare, be a little confident. So you can take all the classes right now. If you feel confident, you can discontinue. Those classes are going to be there. And then again, you can take those classes later on. It's absolutely up to you. But I think that 2 months would be sufficient.
Okay, madam. Okay.
All right. Okay. Anything else that you would like to know?
No, madam.
No? Okay. Now, so, Shagota, before I close this session, I would like to take a small feedback from you. What did you like about this class and what you did not like? Please tell me.
Madam, I like all the things, all the approaches of this app is good. But I also need one thing, that is, if while I am talking, there are so many mistakes are there in my sentence formation and all. So I want if anyone correct these sentences,
Yes,
it will be
but
good for.
it will definitely be done. But when you were talking to me, you didn't make any mistake. So I didn't interrupt you.
Okay, madam.
How could you imagine that an English teacher will sit in front of you, listen to the mistake and be quiet? Okay, so that's why I said I made you talk more and more and more just to see that where you make a mistake. That is the reason I
Okay.
was making you talk. Okay. That where do you give up? Where do you give up? Do you understand whatever I am saying? Do you make mistakes, make grammatical mistakes? So ultimately I found that you didn't make any such mistake. But yes, the English that you spoke is basic. It's understandable, but absolutely basic. So I just want to raise that bar. That's all.
Okay, madam.
Okay? Anything else, dear?
Okay. No, madam.
Okay. All right, Shagota. So that brings us to the end of the class.
Okay, madam. One thing.
Tell me.
Sorry to interrupt, madam.
It's okay.
If you are giving topics to me, so it
Now,
will be.
why did you say if you're giving topics to me, na?
Yes, no.
No, not even no. No, that's not a part of English. It's
Okay.
if you're giving me topics, then
Okay. If you given me topics, so it will hard for me to speak something about one topic, few lines. If you ask me, I will try to answer. But if you give me a topic, somewhat like a topic is water,
No.
I can tell only few lines, one or two lines, three lines.
No.
To improve this.
Okay, understand. I am giving this exercise because I want you to do some homework on that. Because I want you to watch videos or go through some articles on Google and understand about the topic. Get some new vocabulary also. You know, each topic is going to come with a different set of vocabulary. So that will also improve your vocabulary. You need to do some work. It's not that I'll give you the topic on the spot and I'll ask you to speak. It's not that I'll tell you, okay, talk about rainbow and you will say, okay, rainbow has 7 colors. It's not like that. Topics are going to be very different, like cryptocurrency, like AI, like say some virus, HMPV virus, so whatever is going on, whatever is in the news feed right now, those are going to be your topics. Okay. BRICS currency, role of BRICS currency, these type of topics. Okay. So,
but frankly speaking, madam, I have no idea about this.
Yes, of course you want. That is why I want you to do some studies. I want you to read.
Okay.
Yes, this will also encourage you to read news articles regularly, and you need to. If you want to crack any government exam, you need to read news articles. You need to stay updated. That's why that is a very important exercise, you know.
Okay.
Okay, so that is how we are going to prepare. Why would you join our platform? Every other platform will teach you English. Why would you join TalkEng? Because we try to customize it as per your need. Okay, so your need, because you're going for the government exams, your need is that you need to be upgraded with the trending news. Right? Okay. All right. Anything else, Shagota, that you would like to know from me?
No, madam.
Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you so much for joining in. Have a wonderful weekend ahead. Good day. Bye-bye.
Thank you, madam.
Bye. What happened? Why aren't you studying? আমি ডালটা করে যাব না এখনই যাবো টাইম আছে আমি এখন আগে করবো ডালটা ট্যাব নিয়ে খেলবি না
Mama, the recording is still going on.